Hi, I'm Loann Burke with Smithers Oasis, and today I want to show you how to use the Loann Corsage magnets to make a magnet corsage. I'm going to start with some artificial leaves. So I have my artificial leaves, a little bit of plumosa, I have some Israeli ruscus, and I'm going to create a base that I'm going to glue the flowers into with the artificial leaves. I'll add a few more artificial leaves to the back, a few more pieces of plumosa, and then the last bit of Israeli ruscus. I'm not going to be using a bow in this, so those Israeli ruscus leaves and the plumosa are going to form the base of my corsage. I'll take the last leaf and I'll bend it downward at the bottom of my corsage. And then just traditional floral stem wrap, floral tape. I'll tape this cluster together. So that's the only taping I'm doing, just taping my base cluster together. I'll trim that with my floral scissors. So this is the base that I'll create the corsage with. Now I'm going to use the metal part of the magnet. Every Loann magnet comes with a metal disc and a magnet. So I'm going to attach the metal disc into my corsage. I'll take some dashes of U-glue, and on that permanent leaf, I'll just peel that back and place my piece of U-glue right on the one permanent leaf. I'm going to use two magnets in my corsage just to make sure it's extra stable once we use the magnets to attach it. I'll peel off the paper backing off of my U-glue dash and place the metal part inside, on the inside of the corsage, right in that dash. I've got a second dash. We'll peel that off and place the metal disc right into the U-glue dash, and that's again on the inside of the corsage. So at this point I'll take the plumosa and the leaves and I'll just press those in so they're in place. So you see the back of the corsage, no visible metal showing. That metal is actually inside. We want to make sure that metal doesn't pull away, so we're tucking it inside against that leaf. I have the magnets over here. We'll apply those when we get the corsage all finished. So now I'm going to take all of my dendrobium orchid blooms and I'm going to turn them face down on my table, and I'll apply the Oasis adhesive to the back of all of them at once. We'll put about about a dime size area of Oasis adhesive on the back of each of my dendrobium orchids. By applying it to the back of each of the orchids now, I'm going to allow that Oasis adhesive to set up, to get nice and tacky. So when we put those orchids into the corsage, they're going to stay in place. Now, I will place my orchids in the corsage. I'm going to open up, pull back some of the leaves and the plumosa, and just place those orchids in the backing that I've created with the plumosa and the Israeli ruscus. So we'll just peel back again some of those leaves, and by having these all glued in advance, with the glue all applied in advance, I can just place those in the corsage right away. Now, if I want to apply some of the accent flowers or filler flowers into my corsage, I can use another gluing technique where I squeeze out a puddle of the Oasis adhesive. I'm doing this on a small piece of plastic. And I can take, in this case, Status, and dip it into the Oasis adhesive, and then place that directly into the corsage. I'll take another bit of Status, swirl that or dip it into my Oasis adhesive, and then place that in my corsage. If I want to add any other accent flowers, in this case Caspia, we'll do the same thing. We'll swirl into my adhesive and then just place that into the corsage. If you notice, I'm working with the corsage flat on the table. This is going to allow that Oasis adhesive to set up without sliding. It sets up really quickly, usually about 15 seconds. If the flowers aren't staying in place where you want them, we can always put a little pressure on those flowers Just hold them in place for about 15 seconds and they'll be nice and set. So at this point my corsage is finished. And now I'm going to place the magnets on the back. So in every box of Loann Corsage magnets, you have a small piece of paper that gives the cautions to use. And then I'm going to place my magnets right where they are in the corsage. Now I can take those magnets off, and to wear the corsage, this also gives some instruction, I believe, on how to wear the corsage. So we want to make sure that paper's in place. And then to wear it, the magnet would just slip inside. Easy to attach, no pins necessary.